What is up, you guys? I just got back from a grocery pickup run and I want to show you guys what we got. So I'm going to walk you through everything in my haul, what I meal planned, how I meal planned, giving you my best tips. So if you're interested in seeing that, then just keep watching. Okay, first off, check out my water bottle. It's amazing. I got it off Amazon. It's ginormous. It is a gallon-sized water bottle. It's part of the challenge that I'm running in my virtual fit club. If you don't follow me on Instagram, go follow first of all for more behind the scenes. But if you didn't see what challenge I'm running currently in my virtual fit club, hang on. Okay. Then if you didn't see the challenge that I'm running that I talked about on my Instagram, part of it is getting your water intake. So we're all following an 8-week program focusing on 5 healthy habits and 1 positive action, and part of that is getting your water in for the day, at least half your body weight in ounces. I'm trying to do a gallon, and honestly I'm finding that I drink more than a gallon a day. I am nursing, I am trying to get healthy post baby and just make sure that I'm fueling myself well so that I can nurse my little sweet baby. So that's what we're doing in the Fit Club. If you want more information, click the link below for the application and I can send you more info on that. It's honestly, I'm enjoying it so much. We're reclaiming our morning, reclaiming our night routine, and really focusing on ending our day the way we start our day, and not only hitting our health goals but transforming our minds as well. It's amazing. That's what this calendar is. I created it for the Fit Club. I love it. So join us if you want to. If you want more information, just let me know. But so this whole grocery haul is nutrition plan approved, and I'm going to walk you through like how I navigate kid food, my food, and things like that, and how I fuel myself well and the kids, while also, you know, kind of having that balance between the kids' food and my food. Okay, so first off, I always have a lot of fruit on hand. It goes fast, so I need to have like a variety of foods or fruits. So I got a lot of blueberries. This is like an easy fruit for the little ones and the big kids and for myself. So I always have apples as well. I get it in the bags because they're smaller, and the kids finish it more than if I got the individual large apples. And I have this really cool like apple core cutter, and it just makes cutting apples so much simpler and easier and faster. Okay, I always have spinach on hand. I got 2 bags. I throw this in my eggs. I chop it up and throw it in there. It's like my go-to breakfast. I have it every single morning. If I'm not having eggs, if I'm having like breakfast sausage or something, I'll throw this in as well. I try to hide spinach whenever I can into whatever I'm making, whether it's something for the whole family or myself. It's just a really simple, like an easy veggie to throw into something because it's practically tasteless if you throw it into something. If you eat it by itself, of course, it's going to be a little, you know, I don't really like the taste, but throw it into something. Such an easy way to get your veggies in. Okay, so cilantro, it's one of the recipes I'm making calls for that, so I got that. Green onions and shallots are for a recipe that I'm making. I'm gonna make salsa, and so I got some Roma tomatoes. Cucumbers the kids love, so I have that. I'm gonna slice it up and just have it prepped ready in the fridge. That's the thing with like the fruits and veggies. I try to prep them so that they're easy to grab. It may seem like, I don't know, like it doesn't take that much time to wash and cut it, but you know, doing that every single day is kind of frustrating. It's just nice to have everything prepped, ready to grab. So the asparagus is for me. I like to dice it up small, like maybe like inch pieces, so that they're easy to grab for me to throw into whatever meal that I'm making for myself, for my lunches. And like I said, that's just like one less thing for me to do when I'm making meals. Bell peppers I like to have on hand for myself and the kids. No, not right now. They love bell peppers, and I do too. So I like to slice these up, wash them, have them ready to grab as well. Pineapple, canned pineapple is such an easy like fruit to have on hand, and I like that. I like that's already cut and they're shelf stable. Panko breadcrumbs a good alternative to regular breadcrumbs. So I always have some of that on hand. This is just for like my back stock. I'm making a teriyaki chicken casserole for one of my recipes. So I got this. This one's like a no preservatives added. Okay, so grapes. I usually won't like take all the grapes off the vine, but I will wash them and put them in a container or a bag so that they're easy to just grab out of the fridge. So, mac and cheese. I usually try to get the organic one. They didn't have it, so I messed up and I only got one box. I was trying to go for 4 boxes, and I had to place a separate order for the mac and cheese, and I messed up. I didn't even get however many boxes that I wanted. So whatever, we have 1 box of mac and cheese. You know, I always try to give, if I'm giving kid food, I'll give the kids a bunch of veggies with it and fruit and all that good stuff, and just kind of, you know, give them what they want, but then still teaching them to get their fruits and veggies in. So that's how I kind of try to navigate kid food. But 60 eggs, always get a bunch of eggs. This lasts us about 2 weeks. I don't like to buy eggs every single week, so I always just get the 60 count. A bunch of zucchini. So this is for myself. I always like to have zucchini on hand. I love zucchini, so I got 6 of them. I don't know, they only had like the 2 packs, so I just got like 3 packs of those. But I like to also dice these up and have them easy to grab, so when I'm making my lunch I can just throw it on the stove. Super easy, simple. Whatever you can do to make healthy eating like faster, easier, more convenient, because that's what fast food gives us, you'll be way better off, because that's what I find that stops me from wanting to make a healthier meal, is the fact that I have to cut this, I have to wash it, then I have to cook it, and then I wait for it to cook. So if you can eliminate some of the steps, you'll be way better off and more motivated to just, okay, I've got chicken on hand, all I have to do is saute my veggie, and then you've got a, you know, delicious meal that you love. So that's what I try to do for myself and the kids. Okay, so I got some skewers because we're gonna do chicken satay, I don't know how to say satay, with peanut dipping sauce. And that's one of the recipes from the Fit Club that is nutrition plan approved. I love it because it goes along with our nutrition plan, and I don't have to sit there thinking like, okay, if I found a recipe on Google, I don't have to be like, okay, how do I fit this into my nutrition plan? I've been doing it for a while, so I would be able to do that. But just to make it easier on myself, all the recipes in the Fit Club are have been made healthier and nutrition plan approved, and they tell you how it goes along with their nutrition plan. So I love that about those recipes, and I just treat it like a regular like cookbook or Google search. If I was, you know, going on Pinterest for a recipe, I'll show you guys that in a little bit. Bananas, this is gonna go fast. Whatever doesn't, I'll throw it in the freezer for smoothies or banana bread. I like to have veggie spirals. I already have some in the freezer, so this is like for my back stock, but I love spaghetti. I'm a carb girl, carbs, all of it. So what I try to do when I'm like making spaghetti, I always have spaghetti stuff on hand because it's easy. But what I try to do for myself is I will throw in like a ton of veggies in my bowl as my base. Still put in some noodles, but in the right portion, and then my meat and my meat sauce. So that I'm getting my veggies in. I get fuller on one bowl as opposed to 5 bowls, which is the normal for me, right? So anything where I can throw in extra veggies to bulk up my meal, whatever I'm eating, helps so much. Here's my 1 yellow bell pepper, and there's dishes in the sink. So I wanted more bell peppers, but they didn't have more. Sorry, you're gonna hear crying in the background. This is real life. This was a good deal. I'm surprised at the size of this. I didn't actually look at the size when I was ordering it, but it was only $5 for this 23 ounce. And this one was like way more expensive at Vaughn's for a 16 ounce. So this was a good deal for agave. I like to have this for my coffee, and if I'm baking anything, I like to use agave instead of cane sugar. I got some peanut butter that is only peanuts and salt. First of all, for me and the kids to put on toast or whatever, and then for the peanut dipping sauce for our chicken skewers. This is for carnitas. I'm gonna make some pork one of the nights, and that recipe calls for that. I always have broccoli florets on hand because the kids like broccoli, so I always have frozen veggies on hand. It's such an easy way to stock up on veggies and to have them on hand, because you know, if you don't go through the produce fast enough, you know, it goes bad. So this is a really easy way. And sometimes they're even like more, what is it called? Like they're fresher when they're frozen. They pick them right as they're like really good, and then they freeze them. They flash freeze them or whatever. So sometimes this is like way tastier. Dish pods, we needed them. I always like having brown rice on hand, guys. I love white rice. So for a while I was doing like 50, like half and half, like brown rice, white rice whenever I'd make it. So now I make my brown rice in the Instant Pot. It tastes way better. I like the consistency better. Do it in the Instant Pot if you have one, because if you're trying to get in more whole grains into your diet, that's a good way to cook it. Because I always mess up brown rice on the stove. White rice I've got down, but brown rice, no. Okay, so I have 4 pounds here. This is something I just tried. I knew Ezekiel made English muffins, but I'd never tried it. I didn't think they'd be like anything different than the sliced bread, but holy cow, this is like so squishy and amazing. If you ever had Ezekiel bread, you know what I'm talking about. Like the regular sliced toast is not that squishy. It's not like regular white bread or whatever. But this is amazing. Try it. Just, if you want more whole grains in your diet, just give these a try, not the sliced bread. You'll fall in love. Toast them up. I always toast my Ezekiel bread. I never eat it like raw out of the fridge. I always keep it in the freezer so it doesn't go bad. Actually, you'll find them in the freezer section. So always keep your Ezekiel in the freezer section. Okay. I got chilies for my salsa. So super simple salsa. Listen, get these chilies. You can throw in like a spicier chili in there if you want, but boil this in some water for 10 minutes. Throw 1 Roma tomato, a 1/4 onion, a little salt and pepper into a blender with your rehydrated chilies into the blender. Done. Delicious salsa. And you can make it spicier. These aren't spicy at all. It just smells really smoky. Okay, so chicken. I have a ton of meat in the freezer, so I only got like 2 packs of chicken. I think I got like 6 pounds of chicken. Always have chicken nuggets on hand. The kids always ask for them, so instead of going to fast food, I just try to get them at the store. So save a little money. And like I said, with kid food, like the most kid food that I have is like maybe chicken nuggets, taquitos, and mac and cheese. And then they eat whatever I make for breakfast and lunch, or I mean dinners. So lunches, they can have like their choice of like PB&J or taquitos or whatever. Like I know they will eat it. I know they'll eat their veggies and fruits along with side of it. So it doesn't really, like, I'm not worried about it. Just a little balance, you know. But like I said, they eat what I make for dinners, and those are all like really healthy meals. So it doesn't worry me if they have some of that once in a while. And sometimes it's even easier for me to have just chicken, rice, and veggies on hand, because they love broccoli, they love rice, and they love chicken with ketchup. So sometimes I like do that for them too, and just have them eat, you know, what I'm eating for lunch. Okay, so I like having bacon and ground breakfast sausage on hand. I will make the breakfast sausage ahead of time and put it in a container so that it's just ready for me to reheat for eggs or whatever. Bacon, I'll make like the day of. I'll freeze it. I don't prep that or anything. Okay, so I'm trying to buy organic grass-fed milk. Way more expensive. If I go to Costco, I'll get the organic milk, but I'm trying to not buy just the regular brand milk for like the hormone purposes of it. I don't want the extra hormones in that milk, so trying to buy organic milk. Doesn't always happen, and if I go to Costco, it's a way better deal for the organic milk. So this time I wasn't going to Costco, I just did Walmart. So I just got 2 of these, you know, give and take, right? Like I didn't buy a whole lot of snacks this time, like kid snacks, give and take. I didn't buy like any snacks this time around. We didn't need to, so you know, I had a little extra room in the budget for the organic milk. Almond milk is for me. I put in my coffee. I put it in anything that I'm baking for the family, just so that I can have it as well. So I got 2 of those. We do have an extra freezer in the garage, so that's why I have like 2 of these. Okay, so this is for the kids. Actually, for my daughter, she can't have fruit and grain, so she'll have grain days or fruit days. And so these chicken and apple sausages are an easy lunch for her, for me to make for her. They're already cooked, just have to warm them up on the stove. Grass-fed beef, this is honestly to have on hand for my lunches, but grass-fed beef is just nutritionally better for you, and it's just like, I find it's way tastier than just generic ground beef, so give it a try. Walmart has, I think, the best price as far as grass-fed beef. And okay, so that's everything that I got in the grocery haul. Let me show you. the recipes that I'm gonna make. So this is all part of the Fit Club. You'll get access to this too if you join, but I will go through. So I'm like, I take my notebook out, I will write breakfast, lunches, and dinners. I always make, like I said, the same breakfast and lunches, so I'll just like write that in. Typically I won't write down like mine because I have like the same thing every single week for my breakfast and lunches, so I don't need to write that down, but I'll plan out like the kids stuff, what I want to have on hand, and a lot of it's the same components of the recipe, just I can make them different for the kids. So I'll write that down, and then for dinners I'll go into the Fit Club, the library of workouts, and you get a full-on cooking show with all kinds of recipes. I'll go through that like a cookbook, and I'll pick just three recipes that I know my kids would eat, my family would eat, my husband would enjoy, and myself. So, and I follow a portion control nutrition plan, not deprivation or anything like that, just everything in the right portions, and you're getting all your food groups. So what they've done with the recipes is broken that down for you, so you know how it's containerized. And so I picked Chinese meatballs. We're gonna do that twice. Chicken satay with peanut dipping sauce, we'll do that twice. And then carnitas, and we'll do that twice because I bought a huge pork loin not knowing that I did, and it's gonna last us for 2 meals. And then on the back of it, the salsa that I told you guys about. So to keep it simple and to keep dinners easy, that's what I do. I don't pick 7 different recipes. I will pick 3 and I'll repeat them twice. I always do 1 vegetarian meal on Fridays. We don't eat meat, so it's always like the same thing. We have maybe like a veggie soup, and you guys probably have seen that on my Instagram. It's under recipes if you want to know. It's delicious. So as far as like meal planning, 1, keep it simple. Do the same breakfast and lunches, because you know you don't want to spend all day at the stove. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I like to spend more my time there. If you are not like that, then you know, put your effort into whatever meal you want to, and then keep the other two meal times simple. Like I said, we have the same breakfast and lunches on rotation. I change the dinners up. And then the third tip is like I just just pick 3 recipes for your main meal and just repeat it twice. It's just easier as far as like buying the ingredients and things like that. I do shop what I have first. So I know what we have in the freezer, I know what we have in the fridge, so I chose dinner recipes according to that. So for example, we have that giant pork loin, so I picked a pork loin recipe, or you know, a pork recipe. And then we have a ton of chicken. I bought extra chicken for, you know, I always like to buy extra chicken just to have in the freezer. So I picked a chicken recipe. And then Chinese meatballs, it calls for ground turkey, which I know we have, but I also have a lot of ground beef, so I want to put that into the meatballs. So shop what you have first. You know, you can choose healthy meals according to what you have on hand already. And I hope this kind of helped you as far as like how I handle kid food and then my food. I prep whatever I can to have on hand, and then make sure to choose foods that I know all of us would enjoy. So I buy the veggies that the kids like, I buy the fruit that they like, and then I kind of like, hey, if you want your mac and cheese today, let's try to put veggies and fruits on your plate. So if you guys enjoyed that video, I hope you did. It's kind of long, but I love watching these kind of videos, so I wanted to do one for you guys. Let me know down below if you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and follow me on Instagram, like I said, for more behind the scenes. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!